I love wear khakis because they feel so nice. I love wear khakis because they feel so good. I love wear khakis because they feel so nice. I love wear khakis because they better than leather. I love wear khakis and oh, you caught me during well. It is true, ladies and gentlemen. I, Dracula, love to wear black khakis. Because it is true. Black khakis are a lot better than leather. I mean, I don't know why all the vampires I know always wear black leather, or even leather with straps. I don't like it myself, because one time I wear black leather pants, let's just say it made me sweat something awful. So therefore I decided to wear black khakis because they are a lot more comfortable and a lot more formal. But enough about my black khakis and leather. Here I am, Count Dracula once again, and I got a good vampire movie for you today. Since multi-voice reviewer is off somewhere, I thought I take over today. And what this movie I'm going to review to do today is not an American vampire movie, but a vampire movie from Japan. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, there's something very interesting about this movie. It was made in 1959. And it is known as the first Japanese vampire movie ever made. Now, I haven't found it on DVD. I just found it in the public domain over at YouTube. I saw the movie and it was very nice. And the title of the movie is called Lady Vampire or Woman Vampire. I may not have a DVD, but I printed out a picture of what it would look like. Now, the only reason why it's black and white because the printer doesn't have color. But of course the movie itself is black and white, so it makes a lot of sense. Now, what the movie is all about, well, this is very, very different than any vampire movie you know. You see, it started out, there was a young girl who's about ready to celebrate her 20th birthday, goes by the name Isakuro, and her boyfriend Tomio. They both were celebrating her birthday, and then from out of nowhere, a lady appeared from out of nowhere. Nobody don't know who she was, but it's Sakura. Her father recognized her, and it was his wife, named Miyoko. As it turns out, Miyoko, she still looks the same, young and beautiful. But they're wondering why, because she was missing for years. When Isakura was like 12 years old. And how she finally returns after all those years, still looking young and beautiful. And of course she keeps on drifting in and out, knowing whatever happened to her past. And why she looks so young. And of course, throughout the whole story, there is a vampire on the loose. And it's not Miyoko. Miyoko, she's a slave, a bride. And the vampire who's responsible for her disappearance is this one vampire who goes by the name of Shiryo Sufur, aka Nobutaka Teknaka. I have a hard time trying to spell their Japanese name, but it's a character, so I call him Shiro. Now, Shioro has a different past in his story. In his story, he was a valiant warrior who'd protect the princess back in the, let's just say in the samurai time. Vowed to, be an honored member of the princess's kingdom, but his princess committed suicide and disappeared. While Sheol, he died, and an old witch put a curse on him and turned him into a blood-sucking vampire. Now the old hag, she's more of a prophecy person, tells him about the fate of someone's future. And one thing about him is that he has servants. He has a little midget who is his trusty servant, and a bald, tall, strong man who always walks around with no shirt, even though from the look of the movie it's very, very cold. I wonder why didn't he ever catch pneumonia? I never know. Now, the actor who plays the vampire, Serial, his name is Shigeru Amashi. Shigeru Amashi was a very good actor. He played a very good vampire. And of course, if you remember what he looked like, this is him right here. This is a vampire in the movie. Now, the woman here is Miyoko, the one who disappeared for all those years. Here's Insakur and Tamior, her boyfriend. Now, Tamior, he's a journalist, and he wants to know what's been going on. So that's why he gets himself more involved in the story. And Miyoko, the reason why Sario kidnaps Miyoko, because she looks exactly like the princess that he knew and loved in the past. That same shtick again. Every time when a vampire lives his eternal life and mourns over the loss of his love before he became a vampire, all of a sudden meets a girl who looks exactly like the one that he lost. That's the same cliche premise in the story I spent used so many times. Now, the girl who played Miyoko, her real name is Yoko Mihere. Yoko Mihere, she was a good actress. Now, of course, according to the whole story, he keeps his brides to be like his vampire bride. But if they done something to betray him, he will turn them into statues by putting golden crosses all over around the neck. That is one thing I never do to my women. I just turn them into vampires and I keep them in my castle. That's all. Call me a Mormon, but that's my lifestyle. I'm a vampire. What do you expect? Anyway, now I guess to us European vampires, crosses are our weakness, but I guess to him, golden crosses is a symbol of, turning into statues. And of course, here's a weird thing about this Sior, the vampire. Every time when the full moon rises right in front of him, he starts turning into an animal. His fangs start showing, his eyes get all circly, and get all, kind of like I am. Anyway, for those of you who prefer to watch it dub or just watch it with subtitles, you should look up this movie, Lady Vampire or Woman Vampire, whichever the title. You should look it up and have a watch, because it is a very good movie for a Japanese film. And I have to say, the women in this movie, wow. You know, since I've been watching a few Japanese movies and a few Asian ones, I think I should go to Japan and try some Japanese. All in all, this movie is good. Give it a watch. As for me, I think it's time for me to find myself a way to go to Japan and find me some Japanese that I would love to sink my teeth into. Excuse me. Sorry. Every time I think about Japanese women and their blood, I get hungry. So, for today, leave a comment down below, please subscribe, and I'll see you later. Ha!